which I received from her like 3 years back, 4 years back. When I read it, it was so simple to understand. We are so fearful with so many, different pranayama practices. It has really, it is really simplified in that. And I think you should all read it. This book is also going to be, first we will, of course it was 6 years back it was printed, but now second edition is simpler, easier, and much more in detail. So the book will be available at OFI stall after it gets inaugurated. So we will wait for Dr. Karthikeyan also to come in. If not right now, we will do it at 11 o'clock. Okay. So over to you, Renu. Call a mic chahiye. So you can have breakfast post session also, which I am going to do so. I have not eaten.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Yeah. Thank you. So thank you very much, Millie, for this warm welcome. It's a homecoming. Thank you so much. So friends, I don't want to lose much time because every minute is precious. And we're going to talk about the most precious thing, our breath. Can we do without it? It's an affirmation of life.
One request, please don't make any talking noise behind. If you want to eat, please, you're free to have, but don't talk. That is my sincere request. And mobile on silent.
Thank you. So friends, it's about the breathing, something which we take for granted. But the good news is that even if we do little to our breath, the benefits we get are in multiples. So, and we all are very busy at the same time, We think of doing it, but we are not able to really stick on to it. So I thought, let me share with you some very simple things. Even if you do it for 2 minutes, when you're going through a crisis, anxiety, anger, these are things we all face. So how about some snippets of 2 minutes of few things, and then a very special technique which I want to share with you, which is commonly not known to us, although it hails from our country. There are so many techniques from our masters which have been documented in the West, and we are not aware of them. So it's equally our responsibility to share those and know about them. So I'm going to share with you a technique which is, you can call it anti-depression, anti-brain fatigue, anti-aging, good enough to motivate all of us, and it's fun. A fun technique, a very exciting technique, which can never bore us. So I want to keep it in the end. By the time those who are eating can also join in. So friends, before we move ahead, if you don't mind my asking, how many of us practice, or let us say at least know about basic techniques like, let's say, Kapalbhati? Oh, great. So that saves so much of time. And Kapalbhati, okay, let's start with that. It's a breathing exercise where we pump the belly button in, right? We might be doing X number of times, X number of counts. But many of us are not aware that Kapalbhati is a beautiful anti-anxiety medication, provided after we finish Kapalbhati. Any guesses? No. Sorry. You don't have to do anything. There's something that happens after Kapalbhati. It's a run of Kapalbhati, and there is a sudden calming of the mind because the breathing stops spontaneously, which is called as, right, Keval Kumbhak. And the sad part is most of the people are not even aware of it. They do Kapalbhati mechanically. Hey, मैं 1000 करता हूँ. Hey, मैं 5000 करता हूँ. It's like a marathon they are doing. But if you do it in short runs, say 25 strokes, 50 strokes, feel the pause. The Keval Kumbhak, where the breathing stops on its own. You know, it's a time where we doctors know it's all parasympathetic balancing. Huh? It's at the same time a complete ceasing of thoughts in the mind. So we all want to experience a meditative mind where there are few thoughts, no thoughts. It comes spontaneously after Kapalbhati. So it's like instant peace of mind. We want instant coffee, we want instant Maggie. How about instant peace of mind? So I would love to make you all do it, but I think half of you had food just now. So I think we'll do it in the end. तो थोड़ा सा खाना हजम हो जाएगा. We will experience this Keval Kumbhak after that. All right. Second technique, if nothing else, we can do simple belly breathing. Baby breathing. How children breathe when they are born, right? A baby knows how to breathe, but as we become adults, we forget. We are so anxious that our breaths start getting shallow, 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 and shallower. So just doing abdominal breathing stimulates the vagus nerve and gets our parasympathetic tone back to neutralize all the harmful effects that a constant sympathetic tone is doing to the system. So I think we can do that right now. Because here also it looks very simple, but we see a lot of errors. So now if I ask you to do some belly breathing, should we try? I'm going to be a little observant and then point out something after that. So let's do some belly breathing. We all have been babies some or the other time in life, right? And maybe we are still babies, huh? Yeah. Okay, so now, all right. So the first thing we notice is the moment we think of deep breathing, we will start from the chest. And I'm going to exaggerate here so that I'm visible doing the wrong thing, right? What we'll do? So we start moving our chest actually up and down. Ideally, chest should be going on the sides. We should be expanding our floating ribs, you know, but it doesn't happen. So in this process, we become reverse breathers, ulta, it backfires. Huh? So when I lift my chest up, my belly gets pulled in. Ideally, when I inhale, my belly should be relaxing. So sab ulta ho jata hai. So what do? How do we begin correctly? We keep a hand on the belly, all right? And the key is, we start by exhaling, not by inhaling. And it's easy to exhale correctly because we do it when we want to look slim. We want to pull our belly button in, right? So you breathe out and pull the belly in. It is muscular action. Now when you inhale, your belly will automatically relax. It has no choice. Huh? So we exhale, pull the belly in, inhale, allow the belly to relax. Amazing, huh? Right? You feel it? Within 3 breaths, you feel that calm setting inside you. So this, even done 8 to 10 times, is good enough to charge our batteries and get that stress factor affecting us out of the picture, isn't it? So, simple technique, belly breathing. Now let's do a run of Kapalbhati. Let's experience that meditative mind. So I have a request. In case you're sitting on the chairs, your back falling on it, please don't do that. Come thoda aage. You know, chairs were not there in the past, and we had healthier backs, healthier joints. So the moment we sit back on the chair, you know what we do? We take our muscles on a Sunday mode. Chutti. So our tone, the core muscle tone is gone. And then who suffers? The bones, the joints, and we say, dukta hai. We are responsible for it. So kindly come forward. Yeah? Kursi mein aage aiye. And please do not take the back support. Huh? And now we'll do a run of Kapalbhati. In case you had a full breakfast, you can just watch maybe. And in case anybody is menstruating or is pregnant, kindly don't do it. All right? So there we are. Let's start Kapalbhati. I'm going to keep my hand here to make it visible. So I'm exhaling and pulling the belly button in. Kindly uncross your legs if you're doing it also. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. It should be a Kapalbhati which doesn't create too many contortions on the face. It should be a practice which doesn't give me stress. Huh? So the least noisy it is, the less sympathetic it becomes. And with a little smile, the Buddha smile on the face, it becomes parasympathetic. All right? So now let's keep our eyes closed because we are going to experience something very good. As you do your Kapalbhati, eyes are closed. All right, friends, keep your eyes closed and stop the practice to experience the Keval Kumbhak, where the breathing stops spontaneously. Eyes closed, huh? And what do we experience? A very calm, a very relaxed mind. And then the breaths naturally come back on their own. Instant peace of mind with short run of Kapalbhati. Let's do it again. Okay, let's reconfirm it. So let's begin our Kapalbhati practice. And kindly keep your eyes closed so that you can get the glimpse of that meditative mind. Eyes remain closed. And let's stop the practice and feel the spontaneous cessation of breathing. No breaths, no mental chatter, no anxieties, no fear, no worries. What a beautiful state of mind it is. I wish we could maintain it whole day, but it's with practice that we are able to get it into our life too. And then the breath slowly come back to normal, better, deeper than before. And honestly, friends, we think Kapalbhati increases blood pressure. It's not true. If we do it in the right methodology, it reduces. So no sound, no unnecessary effort on the face, Buddha's smile, belly depth, and then this Keval Kumbhak makes it a parasympathetic practice. Right? So I hope you could feel that. Beautiful, isn't it? And it's instant. And try it when you're anxious. Suppose I have to go for an interview, right? I'll be very anxious. So I would rather go to the bathroom before my turn comes. Do a run of Kapalbhati. Feel the pause. Compose your mind. And come back. You know, these techniques work. Okay, friends. So let's move ahead. Yes, sir? Whatever gives you happiness. Don't. What is the need? Even if you do those 150 strokes properly, say you do 50 strokes right now, feel the pause. 50 strokes, feel the pause. Rather than 500 in one go. Okay, good question. You know what? When you feel the need to stop, in case when you stop, you breathe like, wo nahi hona chahiye. There should be no air hunger. There should be no gasping for air. That is important. Yeah, 50-50 set is good. So you're giving intermittent parasympathetic activity coming in between. It works better in today's time, in 2023 and beyond, rather than 1,000 strokes and 2,000 strokes.
Can it be done after food also? No. It should be preferably empty stomach, right?
Before food.
Okay. And how many times in a day one can do that?
Well, if you have time, you can do morning, evening at least. That will be great. You can do it, yeah?
So 2-3 times a day is not a problem.
It's a very good technique to do away with snoring also. But
Okay.
provided we have early dinner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? So before sleeping, if there's a gap of 3 hours between your food and sleep,
Yeah.
do a run of Kapalbhati. You wash out all the carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
That triggers
Yeah.
sleep
And
apnea.
is it necessary to maintain same number of cycles per day?
No.
One can change.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in good mood, I can
You
go
can
up
do
to
more.
even...
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, yes. Yeah. I would love to do, sir, but time is very short. You should read my book, Yeah, my second edition will be released today. It has all this crisp information. I would love to share all this, but maybe later sometime. I'll talk to you. Right now, I want to keep it practical. Yes, there is a nice correlation. So now, before we move on to the special technique, when we do our own practice, this is a very common question. What should the sequence of practices be? So it's like, it may answer your question partially. When we have to change the furniture in a room, right, we have to remove the old one, get the new one, and then organize it. Same thing in the body. Remove the carbon dioxide or the pent-up thing. So do cleansing breathing practices like Kapalbhati, the Kriyas, right? Then we do something to get good stuff in. So we do slow, deep breathing practices like Anulom Vilom, Ujjayi, all these are methodologies to get good things in. Now we need to organize the furniture inside the body. How? With some chanting, with the vibrations, the power of simple Brahmari, which is the humming of a bee sound, Om chanting. So the vibratory massage to the cells pumps in all this so-called pranic energy, oxygen, whatever, inside our cells. So this could be a model to design our regular practice. Okay, now let's move on to the special technique I was talking to you, which is anti-aging, anti-brain fatigue, and it's an antidepressant. It is published. It is from our country, documented by Dr. David Shanoff of Khalsa, University of California, San Diego. In fact, I went there to learn all these techniques from him, and it is published. Okay? Now, what is this technique about? In this, we incorporate a combination of some physical movement of the body with breathing. So it's fun. Now let's know the movement first, part by part. So what we do here, we keep our arms like this. Okay, if you see, my elbows are touching my body. One palm is turned up, one palm is turned down, right? And the movement is very simple. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, very simple. And in this, we do not make it da, do. You don't have to make it big. Small, but rhythmic. And the elbows are in so that you don't feel pain, and actually you bring some tone back into our flabby muscles that we have nowadays. Okay? This is simple. Any palm up, any palm down, because then we are going to reverse it. Now, breathing part. We are going to break our breath into parts. 4 parts to the inhalation, 4 parts to the exhalation. How? I'll show you. I'm going to inhale in 4 parts, so then I'll use my hand like this. And when I'm exhaling in 4 parts, I'll bring my hands down like this. All right? So it is. Aap mat karna. You know why? Because when you will do this, you will start doing the wrong thing. I'm doing it just to demonstrate. So ideally, I will not move my hand. I will do in, out, 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 out. Simple. So it is breath broken into parts. If you make each part big, like, you'll get exhausted. You won't be able to go beyond 2. So one breath has to be broken into 4 inhalations, and similarly, one exhalation has to be broken into 4 parts. So let's do the breathing only. Forget your arms. Keep them in your lap, please. Should we start? So to be coordinated, I will say 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we will start. Okay? Haath niche. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, 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 out. In, out, 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 out. In, out, 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 out. In, out, out. And even those who've taken breakfast can do it, because here you're not pumping your belly in. So, this was simple. We all got it? Now, let's do the things together. So, what we will do? 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, 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 out. 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 In, out, out. One more time. In, out, 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 out. Pause. So this was simple for many, but many were finding it difficult. Coordination. So now coordination happens by what? Our brain. So we started activating certain dormant areas of the brain because we are learning something new. And we are learning this coordination. So when we move this tick, tick, tuck, tuck, in the study it's like tuck, tuck, tuck. You're doing like this, something knocking your left hemisphere, right hemisphere of the brain. Tuck, tuck, tuck. No, one goes up, one goes down. It's not, no, neither is it, ये भी होता है, faulty patterns. It's fine if you're, and by the way, in case you're doing it, don't feel bad about it. It's normal. Ah, sure, of course. So it's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, what we'll do, we will start this first. Okay, breathing बाद में अपन superimpose करेंगे. Huh? So we'll do this tick tock first. Then I will say 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 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 out, 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 out. So we may forget to breathe in the process of correcting the arms or vice versa. Chalta hai, it's fine. Huh? Chalo, let's start. So here we are, elbows touching the body, one palm up, one palm down. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 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 out, 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 out. In, 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 out, 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 out. In, 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 out, 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 out. In, 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 out, out. One more time. In, 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 out, 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 out. Keep your eyes closed. You know, if you open your eyes, you miss the icing on the cake. Feel the experience of a practice. Breath and mind are buddies. Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's one arm goes down, one arm goes same time, and you're taking that one part to the breath. So you're doing something novel to your brain mechanisms. It awakens you. It's actually like a cup of coffee. And by the way, don't do this practice in the night. It can take away sleep. It's a daytime morning practice, right? So now we'll do another round to practice, but this time we'll turn the palm. The one that was up turns down, and the one that was down turns up. Any other queries before we do the second round? No? You're getting it? Absolutely. So if you're opening the eyes, we're looking left and right. Uska kaisa ho raha hai, mera kaisa ho raha hai, types thing, no? So let's keep our eyes closed. With open eyes. Yeah, so let's close them. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Chali, so have we turned the palms? Are we not taking the back support? So that keeps us alert. Yeah? All right, let's begin. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, 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 out. 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 In, out, out, out. One more. In, out, out. Eyes remain closed. Whether you were doing it right or wrong, doesn't matter. At least keep your eyes closed and feel that you've done something to your breaths. Nice. And whenever you're ready, I know I don't want to say, please open your eyes. When you practice at home, you can be in your state of bliss. Huh? Please. No, don't worry about that. Don't think of the belly right now. Just bring that coordination. So you're breaking your inhalation into 4 parts. You're not taking 4 inhalations, right? And similarly, we are breaking our exhalation into 4 parts and not exhaling 4 times. Huh? Yeah, it's easier to exhale longer than inhale longer. So if it's happening like this, that you're able to do only 3 parts inhaling, it means probably you're taking longer parts. Make it smaller, because that same one breath you're cutting into 4 parts. So chota kar dijiye. Instead of make it sniff the good food rather than, you know, that type of a thing. Yeah, so we break it like that, and then comes exhalation. Right now, this is not the end, huh? Actually, this practice is 8 parts. Yeah, 8 part inhaling, 8 part exhaling. Let's try 6. 4 we've done. And in case you found difficulty in coordination, it's fine. You can always practice it out. It's going to make us more mindful anyways. Huh? All right, now we will do 6 part. So we are going to break our inhalation. 5 minutes? Yeah. We are going to break our inhalation into 6 parts. Exhale. 6 parts. Exhale is easy. So now I'll give you a cue how to make it happen. You should exhale strongly, right? Inhale softly. So you can exhale. Karo आवाज. Now inhale. हो जाएगा. हो जाएगा. Huh? And what I will do to make it easy, when you need to exhale, I will clap for you. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So it will pump the energy to exhale. Should we start? So tick-tock first. So please turn your palms back the way they were initial wala. And let's begin. Tick-tock. थोड़ा ये हल्का सा fast करूँगी. So that your breaking into 6 parts is easier. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. One more. In, 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 in and out, 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 out. Hands down, eyes closed. Sometimes you feel you're taking deep breaths, it's fine. But the mind is calm. So, sorry, but please open your eyes. So I saw one more pattern of faulty arm movement, just to show in case you're in that category. Don't worry about it. वो सब ठीक हो जाएगा. One was this, right? And there was one in which you're doing. So it is rhythm. जैसे गाने में there's a rhythm. And then the melody is superimposed on it. So set your rhythm first. The tabla part comes first, and then you set your whatever, breathing, sitar, whatever is into that, right? So, and there was one more pattern. It's fine. It's okay. Just try to get the rhythm first, okay? So this, let's do one more round, reverse, ताकि दोनों side बराबर हो जाए. 8 we'll practice after we are comfortable with the 6. Huh? So now, ulta, and let's begin. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tock, tick tock. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, out. One more time. In, 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 in and out, 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 out. Hands down, eyes closed. Let's keep our eyes closed. And however you are, let's do some soft humming of the Brahmari. Listen to me, don't open your eyes. You're going to inhale and you're going to hum. Breathe in and continue. Don't wait for others, just continue for some time. Inhale. Breathe in. And one more time. Keep our eyes closed. And with a silent prayer in our heart, where we pray for the good health of everyone, Maybe I can just say this beautiful mantra. You can just keep your eyes closed and join in the intention. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's rub the palms. Nice, warm, caressing touch to our own face, our eyes, our forehead, as we gently open our eyes. Thank you very much. On time.
That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
That was really beautiful.
There is so much to share, Miri. I wish I had more time.
Okay, so we will move on to the book launch of it. I request Dr. Karthikeyan, Mr. Manikam, who else is there? Dr. Vipul, Pranayam, Dr. Pradeep, Yoga, Naturopathy, and Dr. Ali Rani, you are here. So please come. We'll inaugurate this second edition of Power of Pranayam. Here today, because we believe that more and more knowledge is shared through Ozone Forum of India, and through, if we become instrumental in doing something more. So please, you can up. Come, sir. Come, sir. Come, sir. And also many more, na? Okay, Dr. Preeti, you can also please come in. Dr. Parul Parikh. Abhijam, with seniority. Come on. Okay. I'm coming. I just invited few more. I know, I wish I could do that too. Abhijam. Jignasha, you're the first one to go up, to give it everyone. And be there only. On behalf of NIN, I call Pradeep. Sorry. Shikha also can come, of course. Doesn't matter, na. मैं जितना खुल रहा है उतना.
This is in Marathi also, huh? In case you want
मैडम को दो पहला. अच्छा. So, can we all open the cover?
Thank you.
In pandemic, we were also doing.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Like a proper course. And at that time, so I'm telling, I was learning yoga by YCB, that is Yoga Institute. And to answer those questions, I have read your book. So thank you. During that time, of course, I had called you and said I'm getting a lot of tips to give, So thank you, and please feel free to buy the book from the OFI counter. Dr. Renu has put it there for if you really want to read.
Also do visit Dr. Renu's channel. So as Dr. Millie said, during COVID times, I used to watch her videos, and on posture and humming, she has some excellent videos you will not find anywhere else. So do visit her channel.
It's so emotional, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much for all your love, all your affection. I'm indeed blessed. And the purpose is to share the good things which we take for granted, you know. So I think I will just, yeah. Absolutely, granted. It'll happen, yeah. And breath is the only thing which is both voluntary and involuntary. We can't control our digestion, we can't control the heart rate or tell the heart to beat slower. But here with the breaths, we can do that. And that's how we can affect our autonomic nervous system. It's so simple. So we influence our breathing, we influence our autonomic nervous system, and we can alter the physiology for betterment and better health. So thank you very much, and that's great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Millie.
Thank you, Dr. Renu, for this.
Oi.
Sure. Do you want a handheld mic or this? Yes, sir.
Just to congratulate Dr. Renu.
Thank you, sir.
It's a remarkable job. I was closing my eyes going through your exercise. I was transported to my days with Sri Ravi Shankarji, Art of Living, and also Dr. Nagendra in Vivekananda Yoga University. These are organizations which promoted Vivekananda.
Yes,
Nagendra.
Dr. Nagaratna, Dr. Nagendra.
Ah, yes, yes. All of them are, I was transported to those days. And also the power of these practices. About three weeks before Narendra Modi ji became the Prime Minister of India, I was with him. He was Chief Minister of Gujarat. Long conversation. I asked him a question. I said, sir, Chief Minister's job is a full-time job. No, be here.
Be here, he said.
I asked him, repeating, written about it before he became PM also. I said, Chief Minister's job is a full-time job, and you are a man of perfection. You want everything to be done perfectly. And then, in addition to that, you are taking the responsibility of fighting Prime Ministership on behalf of the opposition party at that time, BJP. I said, where will you find the time and energy to do this? This is a question straight away. And his answer was like this, Karthikeyanji, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 90 minutes of yoga, pranayama, dhyana, meditation. Without that, I don't start the day, and I've been doing it from younger days. So I don't know what fatigue is. And come at 10 o'clock in the night, you'll find me in my office or traveling. So I don't know what fatigue is, and I wrote about it even before he became PM. So recently, now you see the man's energy. I'm not talking about politics and all that. Here the man's energy is non-stop traveling. And how many problems, shoulder to shoulder with top leaders in the world. A man who claims to, in fact, was tea seller's son, himself has sold tea. It's all because of the power of yoga. Yoga means just not only yogasanas, but also this breathing is very, very important. Breathing. And you have put it so beautifully, very simply, it's like fun. Congratulations to you. So those who are, I know you are already on the path, but spread it to as many as possible. Because it's not enough if I am happy. Everybody should be happy in my family, society. That's how we have to spread, create a world of health, harmony, and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.